Why should garlic be avoided? Or no garlic, no onion diet? The reason garlic is so toxic: the sulfone hydroxyl ion penetrates the blood-brain barrier, just like DMSO, and is a specific poison for higher life forms and brain cells. We discovered this, much to our horror, when I was the world's largest manufacturer of ethical EEG biofeedback equipment. We'd have people come back from lunch that looked clinically dead on the encephalograph, which we used to calibrate their progress. Well, what happened? Well, I went to an Italian restaurant and there was some garlic in my salad dressing. So we had him sign things that they won't touch garlic before classes, or we were wasting their time, and money, and my time. I guess those of you who are pilots or have been in flight tests, I was in flight test engineering in Doc Hallen's group in the 1950s. The flight surgeon would come around every month and remind all of us, "Don't you dare touch any garlic 72 hours before you fly one of our airplanes, because it'll double or triple your reaction time. You're 3 times slower than you would be if you'd not had a few drops of garlic." Well, we didn't know why for 20 years later, until I owned the Alphametrix Corporation. We were building biofeedback equipment and found out that garlic totally desynchronizes your brain waves. So I funded a study at Stanford and, sure enough, they found that it's a poison. You can rub a clove of garlic on your foot, on the sole of your foot, and you can smell it shortly later on your wrists. So it penetrates the body. This is why DMSO smells a lot like garlic, that sulfone hydroxyl ion penetrates all the barriers including the corpus callosum in the brain. Any of you who are organic gardeners know that if you don't want to use DDT, garlic will kill anything in the way of insects. Now, most people have heard most of their lives that garlic is good for you, and we put those people in the same class of ignorance as the mothers who at the turn of the century would buy morphine sulfate in the drugstore and give it to their babies to put them to sleep. If you have any patients who have low-grade headaches or attention deficit disorder, and they can't quite focus on the computer in the afternoon, just do an experiment. You owe it to yourselves. Take those people off garlic and see how much better they get, very, very shortly. And then let them eat a little garlic after about 3 weeks. They'll say, "My God, I had no idea that this was the cause of our problems." And this includes the discount garlics, Kyolic, some of the other products. Very unpopular, but I've got to tell you the truth. Bob Beck also found in his research on human brain function in the 1980s that garlic has a detrimental effect on the brain, and researching this further he learned that many yoga groups and philosophical teachings caution against the use of garlic and onions as they are known to interfere with meditation practices. Some aware individuals have actually described themselves as experiencing brain fog after having garlic.